everyone, welcome back to another episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking. I know we were away for another moment, but you know what? Life. Life happens. But we're back. I'm not going to say we're better than ever, because I feel like I lied last time. But we're back and we're bringing you another delicious recipe. So today we are all in black because we are making chocolate fudge cookies. And the secret ingredient here is Bush's black beans.
You'll never guess.
You'll never guess that they have black beans in them. So we got the chance to tour the Bush's Baked Bean Museum in Chestnut Hill, Tennessee, and it was super fun. Bush's Baked Beans is family owned, and it has been family owned since 1908, which made it a very pleasant experience. Everyone who worked there was super nice. It was free admission. We got to do fun things like weigh ourselves in beans. We got to take a picture with Duke, and we also got to see the secret recipe. It was in its case. Lewis was trying to break in and steal it, but the secret recipe is under locks there at the Bush's Baked Beans factory. The factory was right across the street, and as soon as we kind of came in, you could smell the beans in the air, and that's the place where it all started. So there's lots of pictures, lots of history in the museum. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to come up with a recipe that had baked beans, well, some kind of beans, black beans, in it. And we found this one on their website. They have tons of recipes. So we're gonna make this one for you today. So it is the chocolate fudge cookies. Are we ready to get started?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Okay, so one thing that I forgot to mention about our tour at the Bush's Baked Beans facility, they also have a family cafe there. So this was the menu that I picked up. And we didn't get a chance to try this because we were already full. But they have lots of yummy stuff you can try. And one of the specialties was the Bush's pinto bean pecan pie. So I hear that is a, you know, that's what they're famous for there. So definitely if you are in the Tennessee area, Gatlinburg, Knoxville, go to the Bush's Baked Beans Museum and check it out and try some for yourself. They also had a cute little shop, and then you could pick up all of these different kinds of recipes. Like I said, they have recipes on their website, but they had these recipe cards as well, which was really fun because I picked up about 6 of them. Love to pick up free magazines and literature. All right, so now I think we're really ready. Okay, we're ready. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven to 350. Perfect. Simple, easy. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 1 can of black beans, we're going to open them up, drain them, and rinse them. So now that our black beans are rinsed, we're going to go ahead and put these into our blender. Okay, and then we are going to put them in the blender with 1/4 cup of water. So I dropped one back there. And then we're just going to go ahead and puree that, blend that up. That looks good. All right. Now, I'm going to get a big bowl out, my favorite bowl. Alright, so what you're going to do next for this recipe is you just want to get a cake mix box of dark chocolate fudge cake mix. So I picked up this Duncan Hines, so we're going to use the whole box. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. There we go. And then we're going to do a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. And then 2 eggs. Thank you. My assistant is amazing. And then we're going to go ahead and get our beans out of our blender. Smell like beans. Beans. Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat them, the more you toot, the more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal. Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat them, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans at every meal.
That's a funny song.
Let's get all these beans out. Okay. Let's go right in there. Now, my mom made black bean burgers. Now, all of you know Lewis is a meat eater. God forbid we don't have meat in one of the meals. Anyway, but she made black bean burgers, which is also another great recipe, and they're delicious. Lewis could not even tell the difference that they're not meat.
Yeah.
Okay? So just keep that in mind. Don't think that these cookies aren't going to be good because they've got beans in them. You're getting lots of protein. Delicious. Your kids won't know that there's beans if you don't tell them. So once we have all our ingredients in here, other than our chocolate chips, which we're going to add in after we mix this up, we're just going to go ahead and mix this first and add our chocolate chips later. I should make my assistant do this every time. But he just stands here and watches me.
I have a name, you know.
Lewis. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and keep mixing this up. Make sure it's nice and smooth. You don't want it to be lumpy. Once it's all mixed, then we'll add our chocolate chips. You can still see there's some powder there that we want to make sure we get it all mixed. And then we're going to go ahead and we have these semi-sweet chocolate, dark chocolate chips. We're going to use a cup of these. Perfect.
It's good.
It does. It looks good. It smells good. Your whole house or apartment is going to smell like chocolate fudgy cookies once they're in the oven. So I've got my cookie sheet ready, prepared with parchment paper. So we're just going to go ahead and portion out our cookies. You want to leave some space, about 2 inches apart. And you want to do like teaspoon size. You don't need to make them too big. So we're just going to go ahead and put these all out and pop them in our oven for 8 minutes. Okay? They're going to be some big cookies. So we've got our cookies on the cookie sheet. We did about 6 per tray, and we've still got about half left. So this is going to make about 24 cookies. Look at that math for you. Woo! Yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Acknowledge my math skills, Lewis. God. So we'll go ahead and put these in for 8 minutes.
We'll be back in 8 minutes.
So our timer just went off, and we're going to take these bad boys out of the oven. It smells so good. Look at that, Lewis. Look at those. Woo! Those are big cookies. They are big boys. Oh boy. So I'm just going to let these cool on the trays first before we try to move them, because they do look ooey gooey. So I'm just going to let them cool here for a minute, and then we'll move them to our cooling rack, and then we'll put the rest of our batter in, because we still have about 12 more cookies to make. Okay, so they've cooled enough on the tray. I'm just going to move them to our cooling rack so they can cool just a little bit more. Our chocolate fudge black bean cookies are out of the oven. They have cooled, and we have served them up with a side of milk. Don't forget the glass of milk. All that's left to do is taste them, and we can't wait to do that in just a minute. But we definitely want to thank the Bush's Visitor Center for their warm welcome If you are in the Knoxville or Gatlinburg, Tennessee area, definitely stop by. It is a wonderful experience, so thank you very much. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. So thank you for joining us on another episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Cheers!
Cheers.
They're so light and airy. It's like you're biting into a cloud. You definitely want to make this recipe. It is crazy delicious.
Wait. Wait. This way. Oh, yeah, but it's preheated. God, you just hit me.
It was a tap, Louis.
You just hit me.
It was a tap.
Yeah, but it's preheated.
I love my assistant, but he's about to get kicked off the show. Yeah, leave that over here. We're gonna make more. We're just gonna make more then later. Okay, just leave it here so we can be like, oh, yeah, no.
Okay, I thought we were just gonna forget about
We
that.
are, we are.
So let's take this out of the question.
Okay.
Like away.
Beans, musical food. The more you eat them, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal. They're so light and airy. Oh my gosh, it's like you're biting into like a pillow. I mean, that sounds gross. A cloud, sorry. It's like you're biting into a cloud.